Welcome back to Anno 1800, where it is fittingly enough snowing, just as it is here. In fact, we are expecting quite a bit of snow in the upcoming days. Above 2 meters or so. You guys using freedom units will have to convert that for yourselves, I'm afraid. I don't do that very well. Now, as you can see, I've done a bit of a change to this part of the town. I have been thinking and eventually I landed on this area here being very, let's say, skyscraper friendly. I don't think we will need a lot of skyscrapers in the city, and this will give us quite a few of them. And to be honest, we might have to extend it further up here, but I want to kind of retain this as the old town. So potentially I can move it 1 block further in here if we need. But that's the plan is to keep it here, and hopefully this will be enough. But we'll see. I mean the department stores, they take up a bit of space. Extensive amount of space, to be honest. Now there is, to be fair, geez, this thing is big. It's a town hall monument. There is another department store. I can use these instead. They are much smaller. But if I combine them with the store warehouses, you get these little... Well, I'd say that they look quite nice. So I might be using those instead. They also have ornamental stores. I'm not sure what those are, but I suspect that they are... okay, they are ornamental. Who would have thought? Geesh, Caledon. But the department store, it's basically the same as a regular department store, just that it takes up a lot smaller footprint. And I do find that the range is also smaller, but I find that we might be using those instead of the large department stores. Although you can see these have a range that is far superior to the smaller ones. I don't really want to use this central area for it. I'm thinking that we should have some kind of a central park inside of here. You know, like New York. Although this one is more of a square than it is... it's not entirely rectangular, but... I should have gone with the one further up, but then I would have to move all of this, and I don't want to move all of this. So, anyhow, before we do that, I have collected, as I said I would, the artifacts that we need for the museum. So let me have a look here and see that we get the stuff in the correct order. First of all, we have the Icebound collection. Now that should be after the Orichalcum statue, which is here. So we have Summit of Atlantis. Actually, no, it shouldn't be after that. It should be after the Battle of Trelawney. So this item socket should have the collection of Lost Expedition relics. This item socket should have the Frozen Woolly Mammoth. And this should have the Wolf Pup Mummy. So Icebound gives us 20% less maintenance cost for all of the food production buildings. All drinks production buildings, all chemical plants for lemonade, all assembly lines for biscuits, artisans workshop for cognac, and chemical plants for chewing gum. How much does that actually affect us? 409. Not much. But it's there. Okay, have my yes, my ships from Mbeza have arrived as well. So let's. I bought all the animals I could find too, so we are prepared for the zoo eventually, and I did do the secret quest to get the lost ark. You can easily Google that if you wonder how you do that, but you need to complete Mbeza correctly. You need to change the time to dusk, and you need to click on a specific item or thing at the Wahadeshar Island. Okay, so next up here we have the next page, please. The heirlooms of the god realm. So we want Masu's trinket, which is blue. Here we go. We want Masu's Mapamundi, which is also blue. And we want the Tambacto diorama, which is purple. Now this gives us 20% more harbor activity. That's very good. So every time passive trade happens at the trading post, there's a chance to gain 5 tons of gold or jewelry. I don't know if that affects the piers and the docklands and stuff like that, but 20% harbor activity means that the traders come 20% more often, so that's definitely good. Now we have the Gods of the Delta, which is the next one. And it would seem that I have miscalculated I don't know where I've done this miscalculation, but let's move things over. So we have the Whore statue. That gave us a new attractiveness level, because every time we complete one of these, we get 200 attractiveness, remember. Gods of the Delta exhibition gives 30% attractiveness to all town halls and trade unions, and in addition to that, it also gives plus 10 influence. That is a really powerful exhibition. We're at 1077. If I remove this, we go down to, oh my, that's 320 influence. That is very powerful. Okay, let's skip things one over. We have got the Atlantean wall. I think I got that from the museum. And then 1, 2, and flip this one on over. Now the Thule relics. We need the Inuksuk. That will be that one. We have the Igluit. Then we need the Peryakarvik Inuksuk. We need the carved stone bear. We need the toy Kamutik. Where are you? Oh, you're rare. And we need the Umanak mummy. It's another one. Oh, plus 20% attractiveness from all thematic buildings. That puts us at 12,321. If I remove that one again. 11,900. Okay, so it's not that powerful, but it's still nice. Next page, please. Okay, the next one is the Lost Tribes. So we need the bovine ivory ring. We need the painted mask. We need the animal figure. We need the mother and child figure. We need the striking terracotta figure. And finally, we need the intricate baked mud tile. So this one gives us a goods consumption reduction for all residences of -5% of sewing machines, canned food, and coffee. Very nice, the coffee reduction there. The sewing machines and canned food, sewing machines can be good, but the coffee one is definitely the best one. And then I need to just remove something here. Finally, we have the Roots of Mbeza and the Ark of the Covenant. That is the one that I was referring to, which is a so-called secret little quest. I mean, it used to be a secret, but it isn't anymore. First of all, we need the Glory of Kings. Then we need the Lion of Selamawi. We need the Arksum Obelisk. And finally, the Ark of the Covenant. which gives us Enbezen Roots Exhibition. That's +1 research points per scholar residence, which is also pretty nice to have, especially here on the Throne of With, where I intend to have my scholars. We get new prestige levels all the way here. We're up to 13,095 attractiveness. So yeah, we're level 5 now. So we went from +50 to +100 island workforce per town hall. We're now at +40% chance instead of +20%. We're at +20% productivity for any production building within range of a trade union. We're at +20% area of influence for all public buildings. That's fairly important. And 400 tons island storage per Harbour Master's office. So yeah, we are definitely getting somewhere here. Okay. Now, for this area down here, what I intend to do is stagger the buildings, so it might look a little bit boring, to be honest, but there is something I could do here, and that is I could, instead of having it look like this, but that would kind of mess up with the park area, I could mirror this so it had this is 6 houses, so it had 6 houses, 2 rows of 6 houses here on each side. But I don't think that's going to look very pleasant. So I put the specialist that I want to have inside of these 2 new municipal buildings, which are now the tallest ones here, for a time. But let's upgrade some of these engineer buildings. Let's do that row. And that row. So of course these are not going to have any kind of panorama currently, which is to be expected. So they do need a department store, and that's basically the only thing they need. The other thing that we need to do now is to find 6 investor buildings that we can place here on each side. So I'm going to go and just pick some investors. No. And I'm going to put them down over here. I'm going to do the same. Not that one. Let's take these 2 and these. And then we can take 4 of these and put them here. I managed to move the road. That's not good. Let's take these 2. And put them here. Let's take 4 of these and put them here. And these 2 we put here. And can I upgrade them yet?
Do I breathe laughing gas?
Why do you lack electricity? Zinc goods. I have ample of Arctic gas. Does this affect the other power plant as well? The heck is this?
Now, where was that master switch?
What the heck is going on here? Okay, that was a weird bug. I have no idea how that happened. I've never experienced that before. Okay, let's get our electricity up and running again. As for these investors, am I even allowed to upgrade the floors?
Finally, it's over. What do we get?
Go away, please. Thank you. No, without electricity I can't do much. I'll be right back then. There we are. Now the electricity is back up and running. That's a good thing. Let's upgrade these engineers to investors. And then we can pop on over here and let's... oh, I need to use this tool. Upgrade these as well. Now these we can move here, and these we will move to here. Okay, so this looks kind of boring at the time, but I'm not really that concerned about it. We're losing money on maintenance, quite a bit of it actually, but it's not a big problem. I'm going to be doing stuff with this. So these also need a department store, and we also need to build a members club in this area here. Where can we build a members club? I wonder. Let's have a look here. I mean, we could build it in the park. But that said, I do have this alternative skin for the members club.
Pull up your braces,
no, thank you.
Ideally, one should keep one's promises.
Which makes it look like a casino. It's still rather tiny though, but it's a nice skin. You know, it kind of makes a little bit more sense that it is in the park. Maybe if I do it... say there, and I hook it up like that. That should cover the entire area. If I don't like it in the park when I start working on the park, then we will redo it then. But at least that gives us the members club need. And I do believe they have everything else except for the department store. Now for the time being, for the first department store, I think we'll go with a full-sized one. Let's see here. Department store. I believe that... no, it actually does fit.
The people celebrate your leadership.
I take these 6, or maybe these 6. No, I'll take these 6. Start to tear away some of these. Like that. And we'll put down a department store here. Like that's the main entrance down in the corner left there. So I think we'll want to put it that way. Now this department store...
the Galleria Banneret. Now, sacred halls have to have product worthy of worship. Get the suckers leaving with their arms full.
Don't you mean their tentacles full?
You know, your catalog is pretty skinny. It's okay. Donnie has some ideas to fatten it up. I already put notes in the margins.
Okay, so we can use the... yeah, I will do that. I've never done the skyscrapers before, by the way, so this is the first time for me. I'm going to remove this building and put it here. And then we'll take the, not ornamental store, but the store warehouse. Is that the only... yeah, apparently that's the only version I can use of it, so I need this one to be different. It'll help when it becomes a skyscraper. But they can pick up stuff here. And let's pick the toaster. So the toaster requires filaments, steel, and zinc. So we need to have zinc delivered to the island here. It does give us +2 happiness and +5 income. It reduces the need for jewelry by 10% and the need for light bulbs by 15%. Well, that's nice. Select the product.
Piece of craftsmanship.
Yes, indeed it is. We also...
Toaster, the perfect trap. Pipe toasty smells out and put the suckers in mind of breakfasts, surrounded by family, childhood camping trips, all weak spots we'll target.
So yeah, the circle is irrelevant, but I'm basically covering the entire thing here.
You can take things home.
How are we doing on filaments? Do I need more? No, I don't. They should get everything they need. If I combine Wally Farms and Throne of Viv, we should have ample steel as well, so that's good. Oh yeah, I also maxed out the engineer workforce extensively by building all these houses to engineers. And by having the combination of the Malking's back-to-back itinerary for serfs, which gives 50% workforce, and also the Millicent's Manifesto of the Suffragette, which gives an additional 15% workforce, that evens out and then gives us an additional plus 14 happiness.
Selling fast. Imagine the profits if we had more types of products in our stores.
We need to sustain the toast. Yep, we're doing that for 1 minute. Yes. Aren't you going to yap at us again, Donny? We're waiting. There we go.
Next? Surely you weren't about to stop here. These skyscrapers can go even higher, and if they can, they should.
Okay, so we can upgrade. Oh, we actually get intense panorama.
Tomorrow's trends. I'll uncork the bubbles. This catalog will be bursting in no time, and with a fat profit. I take it you're not turning down. Up to you how and where these towers grow. Just make them grow real high. I can smell your ambition. Knew you'd be on board, a wise one. To kick off, we have to invest in R&D. A bore chore, but we delegate. Once we built them their lab, we can get on to the real stuff. Surely a higher skyscraper surrounded by lower ones would provide the best panoramas of the city.
Yeah, so
Found this note on my way back from brunch. Really bizarre. An artistic sort of a threat. Get this all the time. Here, go ahead if you want to laugh. Someone likes a crystal ball. If I wanted foreboding notes, I'd go see my cardiologist. Only no hopers hate change. Can we expect you up on the sky deck for lunch?
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
there's so much babbling by the NPCs in this game. So the letter that Mr. Bader received says, "Take heed, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." Proverbs 16 verses 18 to 19. Dear Mr. Bader, I apologize for the dramatic imagery and citation, but I really feel compelled to caution you on your present disregard for the health and safety of employees at your construction sites. In addition, I have reason to believe you are bending important building regulations in order to rush your constructions to completion. Please be more responsible. Yours, a concerned citizen. Okay, let's do the same thing. Can I use the upgrade? No, I need to use this one. So, this. And then all of those. Should give us intense for these four. We're actually making money from all of these now. So we need 11 engineer skyscrapers on level 1. Well, that's probably not very difficult. Can just do this and this.
Boring! We're shaping the future of consume here. The outside's drab. Has to show off what happens inside. People like gardens, right? Slap a gazebo next to it.
Yeah, wow. A gazebo plaza. It's not like that is a very... Sometimes it would be nice to be able to search in these things, though. If I go here, seasons, high life. Apparently not. Why would someone want that?
Not too shabby. Should be a breeze now for Miss Jenny, my house help here, to get to work. We do the big picture, she'll do the nitty-gritty.
Yes, the details are within my purview. One footnote, my name is Theodora, although Mr. Bader seems to prefer Miss Jenny. An honor to make your acquaintance.
Miss Jenny, be a dear. I have a cup here with no coffee in it. Now, to business. Our first patent. You've earned the executive decision partner. What'll it be?
So we get to choose a
We're
patent
in
to
the presence of a virtuoso.
Lady Baines, which is nice for expeditions. Okay, so we can either go for modernity or luxurious. Let's have a look in the shopping catalog. I believe... I believe it's the briefcase, the vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaner requires celluloid. It might be the refrigerator as well, which requires Arctic gas and caoutchouc. Crockery requires lacquer, which is going to be interesting. And the briefcase requires sangakau, celluloid, and brass. And they would require a shopping arcade to be inside of the student area for me to actually get any effect from that. Okay, we'll go with the electronic or modernity electrifying. And here we can choose between a refrigerator or a vacuum cleaner. I think that I decided that I wanted the refrigerator over those because I don't want to start doing celluloid right away. That's something that I think is better to just put on in between episodes. But the refrigerators we can already build, and it does affect the penny farthings and light bulbs, which is good. Vacuum cleaner goes for spectacles and steam carriages, which is also good, but how are we looking on those materials actually? Penny farthings nearly to the limit. Steam carriages, we are good on that. Light bulbs also good on that. Okay, we'll go with the refrigerators then.
Buy a device that keeps food fresher, longer. Miss Jenny is good with groceries. Great, even. With time, she might think up the ideal base temperature.
Very well, Mr. Bader. I'll see to it.
Stupendous. Well, partner, I'll be in contact once the lab have finalized the patent.
Just doing some housework here while we wait for him to give us the new quest. I don't know if we can... There is something we have to do to unlock it. should tell us what it is, though.
Mr. Bader, there's a problem.
There we
While
go.
I was out this morning, someone broke into the office. The oil for the cooling system was stolen.
Who would steal that?
We're out, Miss Jenny? I thought your work was your life. Well, but can you still continue our research?
I'm afraid not. Without these materials, I cannot move forward with the prototype.
Darn it, this is stalling us. Wasted time, wasted money. Miss Jenny, my partner and I will have to look at your salary, won't we? Perhaps you can replace the missing goods, Guru. You know, keep up your side of the bargain. Not sure I trust Miss Jenny to do it on current form.
Well, we do have ample Arctic gas, so
Are
that
you
shouldn't be a problem.
certain we should use these goods?
Likely an eager rival trying to tweak his odds. I'm used to slander. It's part and parcel of the business. But that a peer should stoop to thievery. Embarrassing. Production will take time, so let's diversify our portfolio. The arcade could cater for the furnishing of empty office towers. Ah, how I relish working with a professional. If only that was the norm. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Jenny?
Good news. Ingenuity has prevailed. The prototype successfully passed testing, is fully functional, and is ready to enter into production.
Cold and calculating, Miss Jenny, as usual. I think we can shut the door on this one, Guru.
Okay.
The people celebrate your
So now we
leadership.
have refrigerators and we have toasters. We do need chewing gum, and eventually they will also want biscuits. The engineers will want chewing gum and furniture, but as for happiness, they are still requiring the same things. Just thinking a little bit here. I'm a bit curious that we haven't gotten the next quest though. Chewing gum. Chewing gum, chewing gum, chewing gum. Chewing gum requires caoutchouc, it requires sugar, and it requires cinnamon. We do produce those things in the New World. In fact, we do produce quite a bit of them in the New World.
We're up to our...
Sugar we might potentially need more of? No. Are we delivering all of these things to this island? Have a look here. New World. Cinnamon. I do not produce cinnamon. Cinnamon. I'm not sure why I said cinnamon, but... Okay, so cinnamon... that's an orchard, of course. But I'm not sure where to find it. Here. Cinnamon. I do believe we are producing coconut oil. We are producing citrus and we are producing camphor wax. So that's fine. Which island are we doing this on? Okay, so the Granjas Vliv. There's not much space left here for orchards, to be honest. I'll probably rather use this for
I better watch what I say.
coffee. Probably coffee. Now on Huertas Kniv, on the other hand, there is room for an orchard setup. There's also room on Granjas Bliv, but that has tobacco, and I don't want to use... Guardas Kniv also has tobacco. Complejo Fliv is full. There's not much room on the Refineria Niv. Actually, this might be a good spot for it. If I do this... I'm going to need more wares down here. I have 8 cargo ships. No, 9 actually. Okay, let's fill up a boat with... Don't think we need many of these. And we can't use tractors for this stuff. So I think these 4 should be fine. Let's send them over. And we should also... Where is that ship? It is here. We need to look for... Are you? Here you are. We need to look for Theras, John the Tree Hugger, and Get Rich Quick Volume 1. Does she sell Get Rich? Item source, trader, Isabel Sarmento. She does sell it. Okay, I'm going to have to do this manually, so please bear with me. Oh, that was very handy. There's Ferris. Now John the Tree Hugger. That was surprisingly easy.
Battle path 6.
Yeah, I wanted to move these clay deposits down here. I do want to use them, so because one island with 4 clay deposits, that's not something you should ignore.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Put warehouse there. And I do want to have a trade union. It also covers the oil, so that's beneficial. I'm a little bit sad that we can't build the palace departments in the New World. It would be nice to have those, but if I wanted the those kinds of policies in the New World, I would have to build haciendas, which I haven't done yet. I probably will do that at some point. There we go. Now I'll just leave this be for the time being because we don't really need it urgently.
Aye.
Okay, and now we need to build out 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need to go to the jornaleros and to the docks, then depots. Okay, so those can be built. This. Can go quite far out, so that's good. Then we need to build, let's start down here, because we need the key to go all the way around them. Like that. That gives us a storage of 855.
Only
And what I wanted was more than 600. Drop off these 3.
New orders.
Now the steel that we have in excess, I will return that. Okay, so all of these we can move to there. As for the battle cruiser, we can move it back to Isabel Sarmento. And now for the interesting part of how to put down. Let's see, let me just have a look over here. So if we have 8 on each side, that gives us 32.
Storeroom's full, boss.
You should go sit in the shade, boss.
It should give us a rather decent amount of production. So if you just put down a trade union, say there, obviously the road will have to come in this way. And we go to here. Let me just... do that. Okay, now for the... Okay, let's shut all of these off and put in the specialists and the item so that we get to 160. And then we do need to have one of these on each, or 2 of them on each arm. And the big question is, can I fit more on this island? I could potentially fit cotton, sugar, or coffee on this island, so I probably should build this. Okay, that's going to be dangerous because I'm not going to be able to... Let's try there. And see if I just let this road continue up that way. Now the ever bemusing, where I usually fail miserably. Okay, that's good. It's 160. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully that will be enough. No, that won't work. I can get this one out. That's the wrong one. I'm just checking here. Get this one out here. Then I can... Oh, this is not going to work. Need to remove more. I need to do that. Huh. This is just going to fit. Now, before I do anything else, I need to check that I can do the same on the other side here. Okay, so that's fine.
You steam ahead. Go on, mate.
No, thank you. Okay, that's interesting. How can that... Okay, so if I remove that, that puts us down at 50. I can just fill out the space down there. If any one of you are wondering why I'm doing this so completely, totally overkill, it's because when I build these farms up the way that I do, I don't have to think about them for quite some time, because I am overproducing, and I'm quite aware of the fact that I'm overproducing. And that's kind of the point, to overproduce. 2, 3, 4. So we can do that line too. And we need the road to go all the way down there. This one can come up here. I don't need the gold, so we can just build around that. So 160, 160, 160, 160, 160, and then 0, 0, 0. Good. As for here, they are all at not 0, which is my goal. Okay. We're getting somewhere here. I probably could have time-lapsed this, but... to be honest, I forgot. Okay, so that's the final one on this side. No. Okay. That one's full. That one's full. That one needs more. Let's just follow the coastline here. I'm not happy with that. That's this one, right? Yeah. 3. This one is at 41. Let's do the same here, follow the coastline. Next one is this at 45. Just fill in that. 154. 160. Good. Next one is this at 45 as well. 151. I think I want to start from there so that I don't miss that spot. 46. I think we're actually quite good in terms of filling in stuff here. So this is going to work, which is good. Now we can start filling in these. Next one. Next one. No, I need to be careful here. And then this one. You can do that, but that's about it. $157. Okay, and I think we should set the limit here, or try. This one. Yeah, the limit is actually way off. We're not going to be able to fill this in. But that's okay. I do not want that. $160. I believe I can do better. There we go. That's that side. 60 and the 660. Done, 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 done,
This city is a
done,
magnet for genius.
done, 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 and done.
Now just smuggle it out.
I'm buying gold from Anno. It's not something that I really need, but it's good for the trade relations bonus, and it's also rather nice in regards to getting gold for various projects like the ornamental buildings that I showed off in the last episode. Not sure if this is going to be okay, but we'll see. I think I might drag one more line. Yeah, now we're good. And there's potentially room for some farming on this area here of the island. Of course, I've done a bit of a mistake there. Namely, I have forgotten that if I'm to do farming on this island, I do need a train to be able to get up
You'll
there.
be getting any more.
But, you know, I'm not going to be very bothered about that right now. And besides, this isn't really enough space to do farming now that I'm looking at it anyways. Maybe I could squeeze in like 12 farms here if I'm lucky. However, this harbor area might support a few of these fish oil factories. I did forget to mention something that is actually kind of important. I did add a couple of new mods to this. I do have the option to build the docklands in the new world. Now, the reason I did add in this mod was not because I wanted to build docklands in the new world. Rather, it was because of this. The loading wharf that has the opportunity to build a street through it. You can see there are 2 archways there, so that I can build docklands in the old world a little bit different. Let's start all of these. You can hold on shift, by the way, if you don't know. And that should... Yeah, that sent the island up to 450 attractiveness because of the... is it plus 5?
The presence of a virtuoso.
Plus 15, actually. I'm getting more and more of her. That's good. So yeah, I do want to redo the docklands.
Marvelous. We could start looking into acquiring any of the identified subjects, as you wish.
Really? Crying out loud.
Sky's the limit.
I have to take this back to the old world so that I can donate it to the Research Institute. It's a quest. Donate to Science Encyclopedia Universalis. And then I need to craft an item. Okay, now this island isn't going to really manage to produce a lot from the get-go, or rather it'll take some time. What I do want to do is upgrade all of these though, and of course I need more bricks. I also need more planks. Hopefully that will suffice.
Begin the turn.
Let's see, I will leave one of these ships down here.
Carry her about.
And I'll send these 3 ships back. And I'll also,
Orders.
just to be sure I have enough, I'll send 1 more ship down here.
Bring her around.
Let's speed things up while we wait for those. I can actually pause. No, I don't want to pause the recording. So, now that we have cinnamon being produced, I'm going to send the cinnamon back to Palazzo with, and then I'll send cinnamon from Palazzo with back to the old world, where we can start making chewing gum. While we're waiting for the ships, there is another thing that I have done, which is colonize everything in Crown Falls, because I was getting very tired of the AIs bothering me about wanting to settle these 3 islands here. And I'm thinking that, well, I have started the quest for the Queen, so we do need some people living on the island. So I was thinking we can use the islands for these islets. I don't know what to call them. We can use these 5 islands here for people, and then somewhat inspired by Darren, or rather what Darren plays. I'm not going to call it Crown Farms the way he did though, but this is a great location for farming. So I just placed down the warehouse here, and I think we'll have the oil down here instead. And then this will be like the bread basket of the old world, and potentially some of these islands here might also be of use. Because we do have grain fertility, we do have hops fertility, we have potato fertility. No, I buy the potatoes from Tobias, but we do have fertilities here. And while I can use while I can use docklands to build or buy things, it is nice to be able to grow things as well. Of course, the one issue with that is that we are going to require a lot of farmers, but I can always use the population increasing items to get more farmers. Okay, now let's drop off these and these. Well, you need to move one over there. Let's also speed things down again. And we need to upgrade these twice. Good. Now the final thing we have to do, we can send these guys back to here. But the final thing we need to do now is we go to Obrero's Big Harbor. We have a public mooring on the island. Oh, I actually have public moorings. I use the I use the airship platforms for that. I'm looking for the pier. Okay, so let's see. One there, and one there. Then one there, and one there. Now we do also want to build the, if I am allowed to, remove that, and let's build a quay like so. I could build a corner pier as well. Actually, I think I'm going to do that because I just think it looks better. But I don't really like the corner piers except when I really need space, and 6 of these docking piers will be ample amount for this one island. Basically, I've overbuilt them quite substantially. Now we are getting in cinnamon very quickly here. We are producing 69, nice, per minute. And I'm going to set up another trade route. It will be New World 20. We are really getting around here. New World 20, ship number 1. Let's just open the trade route menu, assign the group New World 20, and we use Refineria with and Palazzo with. We find, let's see, New World goods, cinnamon, accept, and the ship should now go and pick up the cinnamon from one of the piers, and it should return the cinnamon to Palazzo with. But we have reached the time limit of the episode, I'm afraid. So, yeah, we do have skyscrapers. It's going to take a while for me to develop these skyscrapers. In between episodes, I'm going to get the chewing gum up and running. We do want the chewing gum. And when we have the chewing gum up and running, I will... I will continue to record, I guess. I might be doing some other minor or potentially even major things, but I'll stay away from this until the next episode. Probably will look into decorating the park. I might record that as a time-lapse. But if I do record it as a time-lapse, you guys will see the park before I actually have the time-lapse, so I'm not sure. But with all of that said, I do tend to mumble at the end of an episode. If you have any questions and or comments, then please do feel free to leave those down in the comment section. And as per usual, I am going to ask you very kindly to leave a comment and or a like, especially if you liked the video, because that really helps out with YouTube algorithm, which really helps out with channel visibility. And I am very grateful for all the views on the videos, because I did not expect this series to perform as well as it is doing. So thank you all so very much for actually bothering to view and commenting, liking, even subscribing. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode too. And I'll see you all in the next one.